Well guys, I'm here to bring you guys another one. We are here on Lafayette Avenue in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And we're gonna talk about this historic building you see right in front of you guys right here. This was Ed and Leo's. And I'm gonna tell the history about this place, but couldn't do it without Tom Carter's permission, guys. So everything you guys are going to hear is courtesy of Tom Carter and the Grand Rapids, Group in Grand Rapids Facebook history group page, guys. So big shout out to Tom for letting me do this. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to show you guys and tell you guys the history about this old building here.
The gas station was built in 1928 for Lorimer E. Ives and Ray W. Volkers on the east side of Lafayette Avenue, just south of where the Grand Trunk Railroad tracks cross both Lafayette and Bradford Street, selling Sinclair gasoline under the name Ives and Volkers. They were open for business by at least January 8th, 1929, as that's the date their first Grand Rapids press ad appeared. The first photo was taken on October 2nd, 1946. There's a grease pit over to the right of the station. Some stations had them inside, but early pits like this one were outside. For those who may not know, a grease pit is a narrow rectangular hole in the ground with cement block sides and steps at one end. The car parks over it and slightly elevated tracks straddling the hole, and the mechanic goes down in the pit to work under the car, much like with a lift, but without the expense. The greatest downsides, of course, is that the dirt bottom would soon become saturated with grease and oil and made worse when it rained, and the even present risk of someone falling in. John Farr and Leo Brouch bought the station in May of 1951 and renamed it John and Leo's Service. They carried on about just as it was, continuing with Sinclair gasoline as well. Ed Scully took over as Leo's new partner in 1963 when John Farr retired, with the station now becoming Leo and Ed's. 10 years later, in 1973, the new garage was added to the southeast corner behind the office and south of the original garage, which remained too. Sinclair merged with the Atlantic Richfield Company, ARCO, in 1969, with most stations switching to the ARCO brand name. But the gasoline was the same for both brand names. Some stations hung on to aspects of the Sinclair brand, in particular the dinosaur logo, although it looks like Leo and Ed's made the full switch as per the ARCO name on the building and nary a dinosaur in sight. Regardless, Leo and Ed's soon switched to standard gasoline. By 1981, most stations had or were preparing to become self-service stations. Well, except for Leo and Ed's, that is. Old-fashioned service is how we survive, Ed said in a May of 1981 article, and added that they have no pressure from the oil company because they own their own building. Pointing to an elderly woman being serviced outside, Ed said She's been a loyal customer for years and probably doesn't know a thing about an automobile. We don't want her and others who come in here all dressed up to the pump their own gas. Leo and Ed made sure your windshield was clean, your oil was not low, and your tires were not soft. Standard Oil began changing their stations' names to Amoco in the early 70s, with the company's name officially changed to Amoco by 1985. Stations had quite a confrontation with Amoco in June of 1985, though, when Amoco demanded that all stations be open 7 days a week. Some balked because of their religious beliefs, and others simply because, well, nobody wants to work 7 days a week. Many stations were owned by Amoco, so they had no options but independently owned stations like Leo and Ed's did, with most switching to Baron gasoline. It was actually an easy transition for Leo and Ed's, as Van Maren Oil on Lake Michigan Drive was already the supplier for both Amoco and Baron brands. Heck, for all we know, it may have even been the same gas. This is a good view of the new garages added to the southeast corner behind the office in 1973. You can also see the area where the old grease pit had been, though its exact location is not clearly defined. Here I'm able to see a portion, what is left of the garage inside, through these little peepholes. I hope you guys are enjoying this history of this really classic historic building. And here are the railroad tracks behind the gas station as they are today. Many changes have happened in this area in 96 years. It's sad to see the garage in this current condition that it's in, with the graffiti and the damage done to the garage, the original garage door. As I was filming here, there were two people there that were very interested in what I was doing, and they said they are glad that I am documenting this for historic purposes, because they have no idea when they are going to tear this building down or what's going to happen to it. But by me preserving it on film, so to say, film and put it on my YouTube channel, it hopefully will be around for generations of people to see. We will never see any type of gas station like this ever again in our lifetime, especially with the new innovations of cars and electric power. What a great reminder it is of gas stations from the past.
If you guys liked this video, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the video. And thank you again, Tom, for letting me do this. This is a piece of history. I really hope they save it. I kind of doubt that they're going to save it. That's why I'm documenting it. But you never know. Miracles could happen. Thanks for watching. Till the next one, guys. Peace.